Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the new Mercedes S-Class. Before we get into this video though, as always, if you're going to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 496 horsepower and then 516 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 18 around town and then 27 on the highway. I've been averaging closer to that 27 with this car. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you're going to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see the Mercedes-Benz emblem there, front and center, and there's another tiny one just below it. But nice metallic gray paint on this one. And then you can see with the headlight design, just kind of has an elegant look. And the same thing with the grille. I will say the sensors kind of break things up a little bit, but it's not the worst. And when you put it all together, I mean, it is an S-Class, and it does still make that S-Class statement with the looks. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 255/40/20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you got this silver with the blacked out elements. I think that looks really sharp. And then I love how the fender kind of pops out here, and then you can see this line that goes across the side as well. And then we got the pop-out door handles, of course. And then here is the full side view on the S-Class. And then taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the opening here for the trunk, and it has a nice kind of finish to it. And popping into said trunk, you guys can see here, really nice trim and plenty of storage space here on the back. We also have this, you can pull up for more storage as well. But yeah, that's one of the cool things about the S-Class, it's practical. Anyways, when you're all done, just press that and then it'll lower the trunk right back down. Fancy taillight design here. You can see all the rest of the badges, including that S580 badge. So everyone knows you got the V8, and then really cool exhaust tip covers. So wrapping things up, let me guys think about the looks. I think this just, again, kind of has that elegant style to it. And then taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch here at the top in black, and then you have red trim down below. It's got this cool kind of like quilted design. A really nice material use, really nice fit and finish. You got your seat adjustments for the back. We got heated and cooled seats in the back. We also have our memory seat function. You've got sunshades here for the rear passengers. Really nice speaker here for the sound system. One thing I will say on this car, brown wood trim against the red kind of looks dorky. Anyways, you guys can see here with the pillow there, and then notice how a really cool quilted design all down the center. And then once inside, you can see we've got TVs here in the back, which is crazy. We've got vents here. Again, we have our own climate zone as well. And I will say these seats are amazingly comfortable. And you do have the lounge mode here. You can see the little function there. Basically, it'll pull out a tray and everything, and you can like just fully recline in this seat. Super spacious. And then we've got a nice headliner back here. Look at that. It's like stitching on the grab handle. But anyways, we do have a sunroof here in the back as well. And I like this. This just looks very premium. Now taking a look at the front door panel, again, really nice trim here and fit and finish all throughout. Same functions as we have in the back. And then you can see all of our window controls here. You get your light control right there on the side. And then we do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Pillow with the headrest, and then again we've got that quilted design. You can see it down below as well. And then really nice trim here on the side. You can see with the parking brake, and then the wood trim with the vents, and then you got more soft touch on the dash. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, we've got really nice trim all around. Paddle shifters on the back for the 9-speed automatic transmission. You've got stuff like your controls for center stack, voice command controls, adaptive cruise control, controls for that center as well. And then we've got our regular stocks here in the back. This one is the column shifter. Got our big digital gauge cluster, which you can use to change what it shows information wise. I think the exclusive's pretty cool. I'm actually going to leave it at that now. I had it at the Classic before, but I think the exclusive is probably the one that looks the best with this. Now this does have a 360 camera system. You got that bird's eye view, and then trajectory lines turn out the back. A really good resolution, makes parking super easy. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, you press the home screen button and that'll let you access everything. This of course has, again, heated cooled seats, but they're also massaging as well. The massage function works really well. Probably one of the best massage functions in a car. It actually gives you a real massage. But again, really easy to use. And then they do have some physical buttons down below for stuff like the drive mode select, for example, so it's always easy to access. And then quickly, here's the trim all across the dash. And this is what I'm talking about, the dorkiness. Like, look at the brown with the red. Don't know if that's my style. It kind of, yeah, just looks interesting. We do have a wireless phone charging pad inside here. Got some couple of USBs, and then this just covers up. Nice trim overall. And then you can see we've got plenty of storage there. Nice trim on this as well. And then we have more soft touch on the, I don't know if it's going to show very well, but soft touch on the side. And then with the glove box, it's spacious, lined with felt. And then we do have more sunroof action up front. And then again, premium headliner. Now, if you are standing up, I'd recommend you sit down. Here is the window sticker for this one. So again, S580, and this one has a lot of what you call exclusive features added to it. So you can see with the packages, like for example, you've got the high-end sound system, $6,800, and then you've got the nicer leather seats and all of that, and yeah, everything in. I've never seen an S-Class at a dealership that has all this, by the way. This is as loaded up as it gets with the S580. Anyways, $159,300. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear, and let us set off. So, setting off in the S-Class, and I've been living with this for the week, and boy oh boy, is it a fun car. When I say fun, I mean extremely comfortable, but it's also fun because it's got a big honking V8 under the hood, which will pop into the Sport Plus mode because we'll get an acceleration. Now, that's not my... Let me see if I can find the current or the last trip. No, that's the whole thing. Oh, I guess it doesn't save it. My last trip up to Salt Lake, I averaged like 26, almost 27 miles per gallon with the fuel economy, which I made a post on Instagram talking about how, you know, they want us to go for little dinky 4-cylinders with turbos and all of that, and you can get something like this huge car, 5,000 pounds. Anyways, wait, first let's get an acceleration. It accelerates like that. It's like a freight train, and this is just as economical as a lot of the 4-cylinder vehicles that I've tested recently. Like I had that Tacoma the other week. I understand that's a pickup truck, but still, that's a vehicle that weighs, I think, less than the S-Class, or about the same as the S-Class, and has a 4-cylinder turbo, and I got like 18, 19 miles per gallon on that. And this, you know, even if you, sorry about this, the GoPro's falling. Man, that's bad, falling bad. Anyways, even if you like really kind of get into this and go at higher speeds, it still seems to get over 20 miles per gallon. So yeah, I don't know. I understand the whole tailpipe emission thing with these smaller engines because, you know, just at idle and everything, they put out fewer emissions. But if you're going through like, in the case of the Tacoma versus this, in the Tacoma, I'm going through a gallon of gas 10 miles sooner than in the S-Class on average. And so like, I don't know, I feel like that negates all the benefits. And my GoPro is like past the point of no return. It is so far down on my head. I just give up. So other stuff, this car just drives amazingly well. It is the, you know, the standard for luxury. It's super comfortable. It handles really well for how big it is. It's easy to park because of the rear steer, or I'm pretty sure it feels like it has rear steer. I'm like 90% sure it has rear steer because it does the kind of weird pivot thing. But yeah, just, this is luxury. Like, this is the standard for luxury, and it still to this day does an amazing job, and the build quality feels great. The only thing that I can say bad about this car is just the color combos with this one's ugly inside. Like, they should have done black. If you're gonna do red, you can't do red and brown. That's just yeah, that just looks funny. But yeah, other than that, like, I don't have anything bad to say about the car. It's expensive, but it's an S-Class, and it's kind of the expectation that, you know, with these nicer materials and build quality and all of that, you're gonna have to pay a price with it. And so yeah, I still think this is, like, if you're looking at big luxury sedans, the S-Class it's still the one. Thoughts on this compared to Rolls-Royce and Bentley and all of that is, with those cars, you are not paying for a nicer drive. You're not paying for a nicer, you know, just experience from that perspective. You're really just paying for a status symbol. And you know, there are some nicer touches in those cars, like the Rolls-Royce, for example. Like, those are super nice cars, but it's not like, I think like a Rolls-Royce is like 3-4 times as expensive as what this is, and you're definitely not getting 3-4 times the luxury experience. And so if you're just looking, I understand someone buying this car is not, you know, on a tight budget per se, but if you're looking to get the best bang for your buck, then yeah, this one's going to provide that. So anyways, let me guys think about the S-Class. Let me guys think about the fuel economy. I know that this says that I'm getting horrible fuel economy, but again, we just did a little loop and I floored it half the time. But again, real world driving, I mean, you can even, if you don't trust me, there you go, 23 miles per gallon over the last 2,000. I haven't driven this 2,000 miles, but that's what this has on the trip computer. So like, yeah, I don't know. I think we should keep the V8s in some cars because it makes more sense.